Radioimmunoassay, or RIA, is a highly sensitive and specific immunoassay technique that quantifies hormones, drugs, or proteins using radioactively labeled antibodies in a competitive binding format. For the principle, so we have a known amount of radioactively labeled antigen that competes with the unlabeled antigen in the sample for binding to a specific antibody. The amount of radioactivity bound to the antibody is inversely proportional to the concentration of the unlabeled antigen in the sample. So how it works, we have the antigen-antibody binding. So a radioactive antigen in the sample antigen compete for a limited number of antibody binding sites. For the separation stage, we have the bound and free antigens are separated, and then the detection. So the radioactivity of the bound fraction is measured using a gamma counter. For quantification, a standard curve is used to determine the concentration of the antigen in the sample. These are used for hormone assays, so precise measurement of thyroid hormones like T4 or TSH, insulin, cortisol, sex hormones, and growth hormone. Can also be used for drug testing and therapeutic monitoring, so we can do quantification of drug metabolites and toxic substances. Could also be used for allergy and autoimmune testing, so it can detect the specific IgE antibodies. And it can also be used for clinical research, so it's used historically in pioneering studies on hormonal regulation in endocrine disorders. Some advantages of RII is that it is extremely sensitive. It can detect substances in nanogram or picogram quantities. It is highly specific due to the precise antigen-antibody interaction. Reliable quantification, so this is ideal for low concentration analytes. Some limitations, though, is it involves handling of radioactive materials, requiring special licensing, safety precautions, and disposal methods. It is time consuming compared to other newer automated techniques, and it's starting to be replaced in many labs by non-radioactive immunoassays like ELISA testing due to safety and environmental concerns. Some things to remember. So RIA is a competitive binding assay using radioactively labeled antigens or antibodies to measure hormones, drugs, and proteins. Despite its high sensitivity and accuracy, its use is declining due to radiation safety issues and the rise of non-radioactive alternatives. Historically, this was essential in the development of clinical endocrinology.